This Black Panther wasn't a movie about racism. It wasn't a movie about, well, kind of to some extent, because Killmonger brought it up, but that's not either there. It didn't talk about slavery. It wasn't about slavery. It wasn't about the civil rights movement or anything like that. Because in America, in white America, the only way that a black movie could succeed is if it talked about several things: slavery, the civil rights movement, Jim Crow, or drugs. And drug usage in the black community, whether we're doing it to our own people or whether it's being done to us. Black Panther broke that mold. This movie made billions of dollars worldwide in the box office and set records in less than a week. It was with the help of Chadwick Boseman, a man that started off doing television shows. One show that I remember fondly, because I remember watching it while going through middle school, was Lincoln Heights. It was a show on ABC Family. If you haven't watched it yet, it's on Hulu if I remember correctly. The show lasted, if I remember correctly, 4 or 5 seasons. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But he was in that show, a very important show that even today still holds the test of time. He was in 42, a movie that talked about Jackie Robinson, one of the pioneers in baseball, the man who broke the mold of race in Major League Baseball. He then went on to be James Brown, the soul of music. That was him. James Brown was one of the pioneers in the music industry. Chadwick Boseman played him. Chadwick went on to do other roles, but one of the pivotal roles that Chadwick Boseman ever did was Black Panther. And the reason why I hold Black Panther to such high regards is because Chadwick himself, when he got the role, that's when he got sick. And even through that, he persevered. This man went to see little boys and little girls who were fighting their own war, a sickness when it came to being sick with sickle cell, being sick with cancer. This man had cancer, and he persevered. And I understand why. He didn't want people into it. He wanted to let people into his private life, and I can respect that as a man. As a black man, I can respect that. He did that. Chadwick Boseman did that. He paved the way, and he set a standard and inspired many young black boys and young black girls, young black men, young black women in America and even around the world to chase what you want to do. Love what you do and continue to chase it. Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, T'Challa, James Brown, Jackie Robinson. This man's played them all. He inspired my entire community to do that. Again, no disrespect. I am not trying to throw disrespect to any other actor who has done that. I'm only focusing on Chadwick because Chadwick Boseman set the standard, and he truly and surely inspired many people my age who want to become actors to do it. And I remember he did an interview where he talked about how he trained for months when he got the role of Black Panther because there was 2 kids who had cancer who were holding on to see Black Panther. And he broke down in the middle of that interview because those 2 boys didn't get the chance to see it. If you want to talk about humility, if you want to talk about being humble, Chadwick Boseman was that. He was all of that. And it truly does suck. And I want to give my condolences, and I want to give my heart, my prayers, and my love to his wife, and my heart goes out to his family. Hey, Kabado, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I walked in towards the end of that speech of yours, but yeah, I liked Chadwick for 10 years since I first saw him on Persons Unknown. Like I really liked his character. He played Graham. He was in, if I remember correctly, he was either a naval or marine officer, sergeant. And like honestly, he was the most calm and collected member of the captives in the show, and even like Moira, who was like this like patient at a psychiatric ward who has frequent like violent streaks. Like he was always the one to calm her down. Like he was like Natasha when the Hulk goes insane. And I really like that about his character. And like seeing him play Black Panther, like he did a great job playing the role, and he really brought the character to life. And I was really worried how they're gonna do movies like Black Panther and Captain Marvel. But and like aside from like a couple of issues with the fight at the end, I really enjoyed watching Black Panther. But man, like speaking from personal experience, like given that he had cancer for 4 years and didn't say anything about it and just like kept working through it, like that's heroism right there. That's insane. Like because like you'd think people would catch on, like he would have to take a chemo break at some point, but no, like he muscled through it all because he put like entertaining his fans above his own personal health. Like I unfortunately lost someone close to me a year ago who lived his life the same way that Chadwick did. Like where he'd rather like live his last few days like making the most of his time rather than just sitting around in hospice.
Yeah.
And it sucks to see people like my friend and Chadwick die the way they do. The 404th shall now honor our fallen leader. Wakanda forever.
Thank you for letting me laugh. But Dagger Boy from Morphin Network, you're on the air, dude. What's up?
I'll just say this. You know what's ironic? Guess what today is? Oh, I'm a Dodger fan. Guess what today is?
The anniversary of the
Is it
Dodgers.
the day when Jackie Robinson first joined the Dodgers or won the
The
major league?
Dodgers. This is the year where Jackie Robinson, not Dodger legend, baseball legend, joined the
Mhm.
MLB. And also, keep in mind, guess who played Jackie?
Yeah, we already know
We are.
in the
Yep.
movie 42.
I love the Dodgers, and I love Jackie Robinson. It's actually one of my top 10 films. Well, top 20 films. It's like number 14. But yeah, like, I did not expect this. Like, he had So basically, in his 4 years, he gave us like 6 good movies, 6 really great movies. Well, more than that, but to me, 6 great movies. What I liked
And,
about Chadwick,
and he didn't say a word of it.
yeah, what I like about Chadwick, he pushed through. Like, I'll say this: Chadwick had the mama mentality, cause he was sick, yet he persevered. He worked hard. Like, and keep in mind, like all the other, keep in mind his photo. Like one of the last photos he had
Yeah.
was with Kobe, and I bet you it was him. But keep in mind, Chadwick is a Lakers fan. Like I follow him on Instagram, and he even said Kobe was his inspiration. And I could bet you when he got the cancer, he advice, and that's how he was able to pull through and make all those good movies because he could have quit, but
Mhm.
no, he persevered. So that is legit hard work, and that is mama mentality.
Yeah.
Um, it's sad. I'm like, okay, keep in mind today, like keep in mind today was is Power Rangers Day, and it's my dad's
Mhm.
birthday. I was like, it was so happy, but then like this is sad. Even in like, nice good days, we lost a hero.
Not just like.
I'll say this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll say this. I mean, Black Panther is not my favorite Marvel film, but I love this character so much. I love this character so much. I actually did buy like 4 shirts of Black Panther t-shirts.
Damn. Black
Right.
Panther.
For me, Black Panther was my third
And in case you guys
most
are
favorite
wondering,
movie
yes,
in
I am
Phase
decked
3.
out in all freaking black right now. And thank
Yep.
God I have an AC, or I would probably melt.
Right. And about what you said just now, Dagger Boy, about him he could quit. Yeah, he really could quit. And if people knew that he quit due to cancer, no one would fault him for that. But he didn't quit. He kept going, and I have so much respect for him because of it. But
Real quick. So we actually do got another person in here. It's Holy Lemons, aka Red Star from Orphan Network. Finally, Red Star. How you doing, dude?
every time I come back after school, like I don't know what to watch. Like I just go on random channels and I just watch like cartoons or those Saturday morning cartoons or Kids WB or Nickelodeons. But when I went to I don't remember the channel, but it's I don't know. I don't know what channel it was, but I found these black sitcoms like Fresh Prince of Bel Air
You
and
were on
the
BET,
Wayans
huh?
Brothers. Huh?
You were on BET, dude.
Oh, I don't know. This was in the 19 or the early 2000s.
Yeah, that was BET, and I'm gonna take a really good guess. Did you watch the Black Panther motion capture comic book show?
Yeah.
I did not,
Aw.
but I didn't, but I did watch like other like black sitcoms like Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Wayans Brothers, and all the other like great black sitcoms, and that made me into like wanting to watch more of like the black culture. And when I heard about like the Black Panther, and when it was a great character in Marvel's like Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and like some other like Marvel cartoon series that that was out that was showing on cable. But when I heard Black Panther is official from Marvel Studios, I was excited, and I was at the premiere. I was really at the premiere, and did you know what I did at the premiere?
What you do?
I went to the concession stand and I bought like a lot of the Black Panther merchandise, like keychains, plushes, Funkos, and I did a giveaway at the movie theater that I was in.
Was that the premiere night of Black Panther?
Yes, the
Okay,
premiere
I
night.
remember because you told me. I remember you told me because we all quintessentially went to see Black Panther that exact same day.
Oh,
After
yeah. I was watching it. I went to see it at my local theater.
Yeah, it was after we watched we did a review for Power Rangers Ninja Steel. We all left, and I was dressed in all black. I choked out my friend David, for show reason. I didn't really choke him out. I kayfabe choked him, and we all went to go see Black Panther later on that night. I went with Skooks and GC, and y'all two went. So yeah, I remember now. But and Chadwick Boseman brought Black Panther to life, and I think
yeah,
and I would say like Chadwick Boseman had when him and Michael B. Jordan when they shared chemistry on screen, they did it very, very well.
yeah.
And I think and it's one of those movies where you can clearly tell that the guy who's playing the good guy, and the guy who's playing the bad guy have instantaneous chemistry.
Right.
And because you
A hero's
have
only as
someone,
good as his villain.
exactly, and because of because of how charismatic both Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman have been in their respective careers when it came to movies and stuff like that, they played their role so well, and it's what made the final scene when T'Challa kills Killmonger. It made that scene so much more powerful because you could have picked anyone to be Black Panther, and that scene would have been good. But when it comes to the emotion, you just sheer raw emotion from both Chadwick and Michael B. Those two went hand in hand together, and quite honestly, there are not a lot of Marvel movies that can do that, where the good guy and the bad guy have instantaneous chemistry. I mean, yes, the only one I can think of is Spider-Man: Homecoming, because you had Tom Holland and Michael Keaton. But when it came to Black Panther, I think that takes it up to a whole nother level, because when it comes to their motivations on why they do what they do, what drives them to do what they have to do, and everything like that.
Mm.
Chadwick did that, and honestly, I'm gonna say this right now, and Kabuto, you're a witness to this. We talked about this on several occasions on Twitch, that we're going back to do Scrub Club Center Presents next month, and I wanted Project Power to be our first movie that we do a review for.
Right.
21 Bridges is the first movie we're reviewing. That was Chadwick's final movie he did.
Mm-hmm.
And remember how he made fun of, like, wow, is Black Panther take over Harlem and take over New York? We're reviewing that movie. So,
Yeah.
in honor of the life of Chadwick Boseman, I'm making an announcement now. We are going to be reviewing 21 Bridges when it pops up on Hulu next month.
I still say that I couldn't ask for a better performance from Black Panther than what I've got with Chadwick Boseman. Like he really did breathe life to the character.
And you got to keep this in mind too. And we're not just talking about Black Panther. We're talking about Chadwick Boseman as a whole. But when you look at the history of how Chadwick got the role of Black Panther was a property that no one thought was actually gonna get off the ground, because Hollywood has been trying to make a Black Panther movie since the 90s. They wanted Wesley Snipes at one point to do it. They wanted Denzel Washington to do it at one point. They went around several times trying to find that one person to be Black Panther. Wesley Snipes.
Denzel would have made a great Chaka, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes, Denzel Washington, Michael Jai White, they were all in the runnings to be Black Panther. And New Line Cinema, the guys who did freaking Blade and Blade 2, they were originally going to do a Black Panther movie, but it fell out of pocket. So again, Black Panther was honestly dead on arrival before the MCU said, let's try it. Why don't we take a crack at it? Chadwick helped out in that. He elevated Black Panther, which was a property that no one, comic book goers and movie loving fans and black movie loving fans, no one thought that it was actually gonna get off the ground. And it did. And Chadwick Boseman was in the forefront of having that become a reality. And by that I mean he helped that become a reality. I'm not saying he hit Chadwick alone did it, but I'm saying he helped with the process of getting Black Panther off the ground. And Captain America Civil War, which was his first appearance, elevated Black Panther. And let's just face it, everyone wanted a Black Panther movie after Civil War. And what happened 2 months after Civil War came out? Marvel announced that Black Panther, at Comic-Con, they announced that Black Panther was going to happen. And I can easily say I was not disappointed with the movie whatsoever. As a movie-going fan, as a comic book fan, and as a black man, a black movie-going fan, I was not disappointed. And I was not disappointed, and I sure as hell was not disappointed in any of Chadwick Boseman's performances when he was on Lincoln Heights and 42. Get on up, there you go. I said Jackie Brown, oh my god.
It's like he plays baseball and R&B.
But yeah. But guys,
and Persons Unknown. That's how I was introduced to his portrayals.
Guys, any final thoughts before we close up?
Thing I've left to say is I hate you, NBC, for canceling that show, because it was so good and the cliffhanger was just amazing, and you canceled something that was really good, just like you did with The Cape and Constantine and who knows what other shows. And we won't even get a reunion now.
All right then. Dagger Boy, do you have any final thoughts, dude?
Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. You are now in heaven. It's had a Kobe for me. Also prayers to the family, Chadwick Boseman's family, and yeah,
Too gone too soon, but we'll never forgotten. Wakanda forever, man. Wakanda forever.
All right. Red Star. Final thoughts, bro. Go ahead.
Well, Chadwick Boseman, you will forever be our Black Panther in our hearts, and to the Marvel fans. And say hi to Stan Lee as well, as including Kobe. And also, what I'm going to do is, if Black Panther 2 still is on the way to, if Black Panther 2 is still a go and it's going to be released, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like the same thing, a giveaway, and I'm going to do like a moment of silence in the theater that I'm in with the Black Panther fans, and um also a moment of silence for all the Marvel fans who were victim to the COVID-19, those who cannot come to the theater or witness like Black Panther 2. So rest in power, King, and may God bless you.
My final thoughts, and Chadwick. Thank you. Actually, I'm gonna do like Tony Stark, and I'm gonna stick to the notes real quick. Thank you, Chadwick Boseman, for the memories. You were more than just an actor. You helped inspire a generation of young black men and young black women to chase what they love to do. From Lincoln Heights to 42 to James Brown to the very first black MCU movie, Black Panther, you did it all while fighting your own war. Thank you, Chadwick Boseman, for being a pillar of joy in my 20s. God bless you, and God bless your family. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Graduating class, hear me well on this day. When you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education, you would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When I dare to challenge the system that would relegate us to victims and stereotypes with no clear historical backgrounds, no hopes or talents, when I questioned that method of portrayal, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. If it's meant for you, I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time. The light of new realization shines on you today. Howard's legacy is not wrapped up in the money that you will make, but the challenges that you choose to confront. As you commit to your past, press on with pride and press on with purpose. God bless you. I love you, Howard. Howard forever.